This is the biggest order I have ever gotten in my life. You put up a big day here. Then this lady. Good morning. It is Monday morning, July the 27th. We are on our way to Meijer to shop for a 2-customer 3123 10-mile shopping order. It has 32 items, 36 units. I got this quite a ways away from the store. It popped up, I grabbed it right away. Not quite sure what the 2 locations are. We are at 63, I want to say. Yeah, 63 orders. July is just 4 more days. In a world where we do 37 orders, that would be excellent in 4 days. Let's see how close we can get to 100 at the end of this week, and then, we'll take it from there. I'm going to try to work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then be off either Thursday or Friday, and then also be off Sunday. So, a 5-day week, and let's get right into it. See you inside Meijer. Morning. Nope, it's right here. Thank you. Was a pretty quick shop, I feel like. 4.5 mile drive for the first customer. This is the smaller order. See you there. Five miles to the next one. See you there. Down to 57 seconds total shop speed, and that one came in at 45 seconds an item. So we were paid $31.33 total. Customer A, about 10% tip. Customer B, under 10% tip. $1 million house, under 10%. Shameful. Let's see what we get next. I'm not trying to be negative, but those things kind of irritate me a little bit. Not to mention, the house is like 10 miles away from Meijer. You know? Okay. All right, we got a triple at Meijer. 5486, 9.6 miles, 3 customers, only 39 items, 44 units total. Let's take a look. Customer A only got 6 items. B got some totes, which I guess is the heavy stuff, but it's an easy one too. Customer C, oh my gosh, we are gonna destroy this order. I might be done under 20 minutes, easy. All right, let's go get this done. 46 should be this guy right here. Looks like a winner. About a mile drive to the first drop. This one's the alcohol drop off. The totes of this order were a real pain in the butt, but we got it done. It was pretty fast. They had a few things that were not labeled correctly for the aisles, so I had to kind of work that out. I had to backtrack a couple times. Sometimes when they put stuff in the main aisle, it gets labeled as R instead of like B, for instance, so it pushes it all the way to the bottom of the list. And I usually look at the bottom first because I want to see if there's yogurts and bread down there, but sometimes I miss it or I forget, and then I end up having to backtrack, and that's kind of what happened today. I would say I forgot. I had to go back. I had to go back for the totes anyways. I wanted to either do those first or last. I probably should have just done them first, and then I could have put the stuff for that person's order inside the totes. But she had 3 different size totes, so that made it difficult to like stack them inside of each other and all that. But we got it done. We're pulling up here now. We'll see what I can or cannot film. This route structure is a little annoying because we basically are backtracking now when we could have went to this customer first, B that is, and then came back to A, but whatever. They don't care about what's best for me, nor should they, I suppose, but get me back to the store faster, I feel like. Customer C ordered some diced onions. I can't stand onions. I hate them. I hate how they smell. I hate how they taste. I wouldn't go as far as to say I hate how they look, but I don't like a cut onion. She ordered these diced onions, and there was only so many over there, and it looked like one package had spilled onto the one that I ended up having to get her, because there was only one left. So now I can just smell it in my car, and it's awful. I wish that was the first drop-off. Get that onion out of here. I actually made a mistake. When we get up here to B, these totes go with customer B, so the app is going to tell me to move them. So we'll do that. Actually, I'm okay with the way that they routed this. Ooh, we're going to be right behind Sam's Club when we drop this one off. Guys, I can't believe this is the biggest order I have ever gotten in my life. It's only 5 items. 18.9 miles, 1 customer, express shopping at Sam's Club. $124.95.
Come on, got me a Marlins! Yeah! Hello!
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
And y'all pay homage to the man! Woo!
$24.95 base pay with a $100 tip. Unbelievable. What an amazing order. We are gonna have this done. It's only a 50-minute estimated shop time. I was saying how I was gonna finish this Instacart and I'd be right by the store. I'm like a mile and a half away from the store right now, and they just dropped it on me. I can't believe this. It's an express too. Wow. It actually popped up and I thought it was like not real. All right, we gotta bust it now. Drop this off and get over there. Yeah, this is my biggest order ever. Crazy. I can't believe that just happened to me. I'm definitely filming the shopping. We'll see you there. Let's go drop this Instacart off. Shop time on that one, 52 seconds, not bad. We did get hung up a bit, as I had said, so we'll take it. A tip 20%, B tip 15%, and C tipped about 20% for C. That was a great order. I'm very happy with that. We need to get to Sam's. I'm like nervous that I'm gonna lose it. So I'll just get in an accident instead. I just want to be there to get the confirm arrival. Okay. We are in. All right. We made it. Let's go do the shopping. All right, look at this shopping list. 3 Monsters, 3 things of chips, 5 apple juice, like Mott's apple juice things, and then 5 and 5 of the protein drinks, and that's it. This is an unbelievable order. This is the best order I've ever had in my life. Here. Up. Let's go take it there. I don't suspect this is going to happen, but one of the funny parts about doing these types of orders is that it's in your mind a little bit that you might get tip baited. So either way, it makes a good video. Worst case scenario, we get paid $24. But looking at where I'm taking this is quite a nice house. So I have a feeling the tip is going to stick. All starting to make sense. Much like a few weeks ago, I have to ask the question, I wonder what these people do, and I wonder what they need me to do to be with them. Because I'm willing to do it. Pretty much whatever it is. Hey, how are you? All right. Naturally came outside to meet me. Damn it.
Catch me outside, how about that?
How about that? Said it was for a football camp. We're in Chardon right here. Chardon's a really good football school historically. And he said a bunch of the stuff was for the first day of football camp. So that's cool. All right, looks like we're gonna get some rain. I'm gonna head back up towards home. I guess we'll just go back to Meyer. We got a curbside pickup, 3690, 10.5 miles, but it's going back up north towards home. So that's a good one to eat some of this mileage up. I can't pick it up till 10:45. I'm gonna get there a little bit early. Just a smidge early, as they say. It's like 2 minutes away. Oh wow, it's just farther down the road. That's funny. I know that there's a lot of people who do Spark, who talk about that things aren't as good as they used to be and stuff like that, and that the stores have started to combine the online orders with the curbsides. And I've noticed that too. And while it may take a little extra time, what I was seeing was like a lot of like 20 stop routes, you know, that were like 30 to 40 miles, and then the pay was like basically 1 for 1 out here. So I understand why they're doing it, and something like this where I just dropped off the curbside grocery delivery and now I have 2 packages to go drop off. So those got attached to this order. Obviously this person didn't tip because they're just doing an internet order like for like a couple items, and they whatever. But I don't mind these ones where they attach it onto a thing where you're already going that way. It makes more sense. And what would you expect them to do? You know, I drove an extra mile and the payout is a little better. So I don't know. I mean, I don't understand the huge uproar. So we're here. Let's scan our stuff. Are they taking advantage of people who are tipping? I would say so, sure. Definitely are. But what do you expect them to do? I watch these same-day delivery type orders, or whatever they are, whatever it is. These 20-stop routes just roll over all day. Nobody's doing them. I don't blame them for not wanting to do them. And, you know, when that stuff happens, they're going to make an adjustment. They're trying to do whatever is the best outcome for them, too. I think it's a collection. I'm not going to do stuff that's like 1 for 1 miles, you know. But I'm not going to make a big deal about it when it gets added onto something else, because it's basically just covering the miles you're driving anyway. stuff like this, it's not that big of a deal. Also, I will say, I've noticed since I've taken a few of these, it seems like they've been giving me more good orders. That's probably not accurate representation of what's happening. I'm sure it's more coincidental, and then I'm in a location. But I am getting them. So, I mean, I got that huge order this morning on Sam's Club. Maybe they keep feeding them to me and I end up getting annoyed. But, I mean, I don't have anything right now. And I'm done. I'm orderless. Let's go to Meijer. All right, I have an Instacart. It's $14.90, 3.6 mile. It was an express single customer. Pretty sure I've delivered to them in the past. They added a few items, and I had to refund one item, but it was pretty easy. The shopping done in 9 minutes. The shopping time's not going to be so great. They only had 2 registers open, so I had to go to self-checkout and do it myself, which I don't mind, but it is annoying when I have produce because I'm not fast with the produce like somebody who does it every day. Yeah, I delivered to that person like a week ago. Let's check out that shop time. 64 seconds. Yeah, I knew that one was a little slower. That was order number 6 on Instacart on the day. So that one went up to $15.97 because she did add some items. We'll take it. We're up over 100 on Instacart. And we're over 100 on Spark. Let's keep it going. It's only 12:30. We could put up a big day here. I just grabbed a Target Shipt order. Just a little side note. I'm at 67 orders for the 2-quarter rewards period. I have to get up to 75 by the end of the month, so I have 4 days to do 8 orders. I just picked up this double. It has one of my preferreds in it, and then the other person is actually a good customer. They tipped $22 on a $150 order the last time I had them. So I looked at my note, it gave me the order number and the date, and I went back and looked at the payout from that, and she tipped me $22. So this order, $15.54, unfortunately her order is only $41 today. Yeah, and then the other person is my preferred. I'm actually gonna look, because I could drop this. Oh, whoa. She tipped me $30 on a $198 order. That was back in January. It's the only time that I've had her. Okay, we're gonna do this. This could be good. All right, excellent. How was this just sitting there? It said estimated tip was only $6. All right, I got some food. I'm gonna eat real quick, and then we'll go in and get this done. Two Shipt orders down. We need 6 more in 4 days. Let's see what we get next. It's been pretty quiet. A little too quiet. All right, I was sitting in the Walmart parking lot, just kind of hanging out. We got a 3215 8.1 mile 3 customer order. It's only 31 items. Should be pretty easy. It's no real produce or anything, so we should be able to zip through this. I do have to go to the deli for 2 things, so I'm gonna try to do that right away. Let's go get it done. Okay, I have a clear mind and soul. right now. That was probably one of the most frustrating shops that I've ever done. We are approaching the second stop, which it was the crux of all my woes for this shopping order. I had to wait at the deli counter for over 18 minutes. And it wasn't one of those things where like I could have left and then just came back, because like it was assholes and elbows at the deli counter. Everybody needed their ham and turkey today. I could not believe it. And I'm like, I can't leave. If I leave and lose my spot, I'll never get it back. And then it'll be even longer. So like in theory, I could have wrote down what I wanted and handed it to them, but, and I'm just being honest, they don't have it together back there. I'm gonna just say that, because I don't want to be mean. So think of something funny that you would have said for people who don't have it together, and then just insert that into what I said, because it was that.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Times multiples. Man, that was really something special to witness. Then this lady, I need the turkey and I make wraps, and when I roll it up, it keeps falling apart. So she's making the lady change the setting on the meat slicer and then show it to her. See, it pulls apart. Man alive. Okay. Alright, some good news. My preferred from the Shipt order we did, which would have been the first stop, she tipped us $23.38. So as of right now, that whole batch is just under $40 for the two that we did. So that's nice. We will take that all day. This last stop has alcohol, so we are going to have to scan an ID, and I've delivered to this person quite a few times, I think on multiple apps. I recognize the name and the road we're going down, so we'll see you there. All right, that's done. She put the order in. He was working from home. I saw him in there one window. Looked like he was on a conference call of some kind of call. So I had to ring the doorbell a couple times. He said he didn't know she put alcohol on the thing. So anyway, it's over with. It's done. There's nothing else we could do.
What do you mean?
Well, you know what I mean. He's gone. And we couldn't do nothing about it.
I've only had to take alcohol back to the store once. I was on DoorDash. I've never had to do it anywhere else. And I remember when I did it, I asked the customer service lady at Meijer, I was like, how often does that happen? She said, it happens more than you would think. Like a few times a day at least. That's kind of weird to me that it would happen. The customer just wouldn't answer the door, which makes me think I didn't want them to answer the door, because they were probably in rough shape. Maybe, who knows? What do I know? Here's what I'm gonna do. It is 4:30 now. I have 32% battery. I think we could probably do one or two more orders. I just kind of want to keep going because we're having a good day, and this could be one of my better days ever. So if we hit a couple more nice ones, you know, we're right on it. So that was a 3-bagger. We've done 9 orders today on Instacart. 34.42. B and C did all of the tipping. Yeah, that one took a while. Let's see how long our shop time was. We probably got smoked. 92 seconds. So that was bad, like really bad, and it was still only 92 seconds. So, you know, this is something that I've been working on now for a while. I'm just gonna talk for a minute. So, like, I'm a dad, you know, and I have 2 young daughters. My oldest daughter is really competitive, and she really cares a lot about what people are thinking about what she's doing. but she doesn't always demonstrate herself like with an effort level of somebody who cares. So you can't have both, right? So what I've been thinking about is like staying under control, like not allowing yourself to get immersed into the moment in a negative way where it affects you. And I always think about like something I had heard, that do not allow another person or something that another person has done, allow them the control over how you feel, either about them or just about something in general. So don't afford them the power of that over you. You are in control of yourself, and you should be able to conduct yourself in a calm, take your adrenaline down, be under control, and move forward. You just move forward, you acknowledge it internally, you accept it, and then you move on. And I did a good job of that in the store. And then when I got out of the store, like, I was just pissed about everything that happened. And then, I had a little rant in here on the camera, which was a real rant. I wasn't like, I don't try to play stuff up. Like, if I'm excited, I'm excited. And if I'm mad, I'm mad. But generally speaking, I try to just think of it as like, we're doing a job and this is the job. So I try to be humorous in a lot of things that I do, but I try not to play it up more than it should be, like when something happens. You know what I mean? Anyway, no tip, 2420, 25 miles. What are we doing here? Who's gonna take that? Certainly not me. But anyways, I saw there's these, I'm Catholic. I'm happy about that. And they talk about living out your faith and things like that, If you're Catholic, that should be the most important thing to you, because it's really all that matters to us. It should be. There's these sisters who I believe are in Michigan, and they do this podcast. I think it's called Open something. I'll put the thing up here. But anyway, they're talking about like athletics and how Pope Leo has been talking about how athletics and competing is like a virtue of the Catholic faith. You need to have the humility to be able to lose and accept that, and not to allow it to impact you in a way negatively, or to not allow your emotions to overtake you in the moment, and then you lose control of yourself, right? I think it's like a hard work and grit lesson. Like they talk about the one of the sisters was talking about how she is a Catholic who loves basketball. Her life is not basketball. It's part of her life. It is kind of funny because we did that order at the beginning of the day, and the lady didn't tip us very well, if you remember, And I legitimately looked at the Catholic church that was nearby where I was, and I went to their parking lot. I almost went to Mass. They had Mass at 8:30. It was like 8 o'clock when I drove into the parking lot. And I was like, you can go do something else. I should have probably just went to Mass if I was feeling that strong about it, So anyways, what I was thinking about was, I'm doing this, and sometimes I don't feel like it's worth it. Sometimes I don't feel like it matters. You're always looking for a signal that you're trying to do the right thing. I am, at least. And then I literally, within the next 20 minutes, right, was given that huge order with the $100 tip. Coincidence? Probably. Maybe. I don't know. But it's something. We had 24:30 for 5.5 miles at Meyer. I think we're going to do this one. I left my camera running the whole time. I only have 8 minutes of space left. I grabbed a Shipt Preferred bundle, with 2 customers that I've delivered to before. And it's going back towards my house. So I think this is going to be it, sports fans. This is going to be the one that sends us home. $15.06 with a $15 estimated tip. I suspect, I don't know what I'm talking about. We're going to Target. See you there. All right, I grabbed one more Shipt order to do, so we have 3 orders to do right now. Let's make a shopping list and see what we're dealing with here. 27 items total. This is probably going to pay us close to $40, I would think, between the 3 orders. So, not so shabby.
Not so shabby. Not so shabby.
I'm gonna play that clip every time. It's my favorite clip. So, get used to it. A couple Dr. Peppers, some drinks, etc. The such. This is easy. We are, I mean, I don't really want to get over dramatic, but we are going to beat the shit out of this order. I'm getting pretty close to 1,000 orders. I think this person was one of my first 10 that I've done.